Welcome to another episode of Spencer Uncensored. This is episode 98. We've had 97 conversations over the course of almost 2 years. Not quite. But anyway, I'm excited to be here. If you've not ever been to Spencer Uncensored, there's no telling what I'm going to do or say. And as you guys jump in, by the way, this is eggnog. Are you a fan of eggnog? Not a fan of eggnog? Let me know. This may or may not be spicy eggnog. We'll see how this conversation goes over the next 15, 20 minutes. And then you can tell me if it's a spicy eggnog. Anyway, tonight's not about eggnog. Tonight is about you. It's about helping you. The whole mission of what I've been doing for the past 20 years has always been the same. It's to empower and enrich every life we connect with. Empowerment is about the science of achievement, and that's the whole mastery portion of momentum and mastery. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible. I don't have my copy of my book nearby. Here we go. I got my personal copies in my bag because I've been traveling. Anyway, so with that being said, empowerment is about the mastery portion of this book, right? Or mastery cycle, the science of achievement, right? And then enrichment is around the art of fulfillment, which is why we call that, we frame it that way at the most people probably would never notice where it says part 2, momentum, the art of unshakable drive. And then in the part 3, it says the science. Let me find it. Where are you? Oop, we're still in Drift to Drive, Spencer. By the way, as you guys start dropping in, let me get my chat up here. Feel free to say something. Let me know that you're here. More specifically, if you're watching this later on, let me know where you're coming in from. Anyway, mastery, the science of unshakable progress, right? So momentum and mastery, by the way, I'll put the link on the screen real quick. This is, you can get a copy of that. All you got to do is just pay for the shipping and the handling stuff, and I'll get that to you. If you go to Amazon, you can get it, but you're going to pay more for it over there. But anyway, momentum and mastery, that's the book. That's what I'm here for. And we only do that for the people that we connect with, because some people it doesn't resonate with. Some of you guys are going to hear this stuff and you're like, I don't care about empowerment and I don't care about enrichment because I'm not looking to defy the odds and I want to be average. Fine. You want to be average, you want to be normal, you want to be like everybody else, feel free to do that. But if you're here, it's because you want to defy the odds, you want to take it a little bit further. And that's a really good segue for me to go into tonight's topic. Here's what I need everyone to remember. Winning is not an event. Winning is a way of life. I want to break that down a little bit farther, but that's what we're going to talk about tonight. If you guys are not on my, if you're not getting our daily dose, by the way, make sure you register for that. You go over to unshakeablesecrets.com, get on the daily dose. We send that out every morning for you. It's a text message and an email. And the email won't take you more than 2 minutes to read the whole thing, but it's designed to give you that daily dose of momentum and mastery so that you can go out here, defy the odds, and create a much better, bigger business life. All of it primarily focused on profits, productivity, and purpose. That's what we do around here. But let's talk about winning. Who wants to talk about winning tonight? Let me know where you're coming from, by the way. Glad you're here. All right, moving on. If you didn't know, by the way, we stream this live now. We've gotten the technology down to where it is currently simulcasting to 3 different platforms. Maybe you're coming in from LinkedIn, or maybe you're coming in on YouTube. It's streaming on YouTube, or you're over on Facebook. And on Facebook specifically, you're on my business page, Spencer Combs Resources. I don't know where you're coming from, but I'm glad you're here. Okay. So it gives me a little number here. It lets me know that you guys are all coming in. I appreciate you being here. So tonight's about winning. Winning. It's not an event. A couple of things I think people need to understand. And I'm just going to run through these. I think I wrote down like 10. All right. Number one, the myth of the one-time win. A lot of times we focus on a single win, like it's an event. Winning is not just an event every so often that we happen to have, right? We want to know how we know if we've won, right? Won the championship per se. But the truth is that you don't ever win the championship without living a life of winning. It's a perspective, right? Matter of fact, it's an identity. That's number two. Winning is an identity. Winners adopt an identity of being someone who succeeds rather than sporadic events to define them, right? They don't call themselves a winner because they've just won something. They win something because they're a winner. It's not what they've done, it's who they are. Right? That's a big pivotal piece, guys. Let me have some of my spicy eggnog. Yeah, buddy. Don't be quiet tonight, by the way. You're welcome to talk in the chat. Let me know what's happening. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What is going on? Winners don't see it as just an event. Winners see it as an identity. It's who they are. It's a lifestyle. It's not a goal. Integrating winning behaviors, right? Ongoing winning behaviors every day in a daily life, right? Whether that's health, relationships, your career, your money, all of those conversations feed into whether or not you are a winner. It's a mindset. You know what else is a mindset around winning? Being a winner is about preparation. It's non-negotiable, ladies and gentlemen. Winners are always preparing, even when no one is watching. They're getting stuff done. They're figuring things out. I could tell you this story. I moved to Florida by getting a job. I didn't have a big enough clientele. I didn't have everything ready to go, but I was determined to move. So I moved to Florida, got a job, ended up as an RV salesperson. Now, I didn't know crap about RVs, but what I did know was how to, right? If I'm going to win, I was a winner. And so no matter what I got involved in, I was going to study it. I did it better than anyone else. I was there an hour before everyone else. I was walking the lot. I was learning the product. I was doing all these types of things. Winning is about preparation. It's non-negotiable. They're always preparing. They're always getting things ready. They're in their routines, right? It's that old adage of if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, right? You want to win? You want to win at life? You want to win in your business? It's not something that just happens as an event, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I got a deal. Oh, I closed that sale. Oh, I just made a check. Man, that stuff doesn't happen right away. That stuff, winning, started when you began preparing for that sale, that deal, that check. Ooh, this sounding like this might be a little spicy. But it's true. Back to my RV conversation. I tied the top salesperson the first month I was there. Now, how in the world would I have ever done that? Well, I knew how to talk to the right people. I knew how to work on certain things, and I had a hustle mentality like unbelievable. Now, to my benefit, I happened to come in the very first month that COVID shut a bunch of stuff down. And so all the top salespeople slowed down their transactions, and I came in guns blazing because I didn't know any different. Some of you guys are freaking out because of the young people that are coming on board or the people that are taking advantage of technology. You're like, oh, I can't do that. And so you start backing down. Meanwhile, guess what? These people are going to come up here and take your lunch. They're going to take your lunch. If you want to win, you've got to become the winner, right? And so I became the top salesperson for the RV dealership. It wasn't an easy thing for me to do, but I was constantly preparing, even when nobody's looking. I was going home and reading and watching and doing everything I could. Right? Just last night, night before my wife's work, they introduced new software. And they were giving her, they were telling her to do this, that, and the other, but then they weren't telling her how to do it. And it just crossed my mind. I said, Amy, if I was in that situation, I would literally look it up on YouTube, learn everything there is to know about that software, and then I don't need to be dependent on whether or not you tell me about it. I'm going to become a better person on that information than the other person. Why? Because I'm a winner. That's what winners do. I remember being, 17 years old. I was an assistant kitchen manager at a major national restaurant. How? Because winners do what winners do. They're constantly preparing. They're constantly working on this stuff, even when nobody's looking. Good enough is never good enough. If you want to win, you're going to have to be the winner all the time. Winners also celebrate progress, not just the outcome, right? If you win a championship, that's great. That's wonderful. But what's more important to be excited about is the progress or the growth that's happening through that process. That's what they get addicted to. You want to win? Learn how to be a winner. Winners also know that their environment shapes their outcome. Now, don't get me wrong. You've heard me say before, bloom where you're planted, right? I heard a pastor say that years ago. And then I remembered, like, the same week I heard that message, I saw a little plant, pretty little flower stick itself up through the crack of a sidewalk. And I thought, yeah, bloom where you're planted. That's amazing. I will tell you, though, you're not a plant. And if your environment doesn't support your winning, then you need to change your environment. Winners build environments that support their goals. That's for people. That's surroundings, the stuff around you, and the tools and the habits. Winners, they win because they have a winning mindset, not a victim mentality. That's another one. If you're counting, we're up to number 7, I think. Winners have a mindset, a winning mindset, not a victim mindset. If you want to know about that kind of stuff, by the way, we talk about 5 different mindsets in here. One of them is accountability, which apparently is one of the most, every time I talk about accountability or if I talk about disturbance in one of the 2 frameworks that we have, anytime I talk about those 2 things, you guys get charged up. Winners take ownership of their actions and their results. Ongoing activity, not just the winning or just the losing. It's the practice. Winning is a way of life. It's not just an event. Winners are persistent. Now, more than once, I've had people point out to me that I am, matter of fact, I got up in front of an entire brokerage one time, and the lady introduced me as a professional stalker. I want that one sit for a minute. Now, what she was referring to was the fact that once you've told me that you want to grow, you want to move forward, I will not let you go. Wouldn't that be the kind of trait you'd want from your coach anyway? You can fight for your limitations. You get to keep those limitations, but I'm not a part of that. Winners know the power of persistence. You keep moving forward. That's how you win. Winning also sometimes requires sacrifice. They make tough choices. They got to align their activities along with their actual vision or their goals, right? Their committed outcome, as we call it. So they're saying no to distractions. They're sacrificing short-term pleasure for that long-term gain. This is how they create so much resilience. This is how they consistently keep moving forward regardless of what's going on, because they understand it requires sacrifice to be able to create that level of momentum, that level of mastery. You want to get to you want to win, then you start winning by cutting out all the irrelevant shit in your life. You guys are quiet tonight. Talk to me. Maybe I don't know how this technology works and I don't see it well enough. But guys, listen, it requires the ruthless and relentless ability to just cut out the irrelevant things in your life because you are committed to an outcome. And the reason for that is because winners, I'll leave it with this one. Winners think long range. They think legacy, right? Winners think about the impact they're creating for their future, not just for the immediate rewards. What you're doing today is a seed planted for tomorrow. They understand that I don't need to be, what's the word I'm looking for here? They're not sacrificing their future on the altar of the immediate. Create consistent habits. Create consistent habits. Get resilient. Have a clear vision and a purpose. If you don't have a process for that, make sure you get this book. That's probably the best thing for me to tell you. Clarity is one of the biggest problems nowadays. Fall in love with discipline over motivation. Motivation is too fleeting. You don't need that. You need emotional leverage. Have a focused effort. Get adaptable. That's how winning gets done, guys. Embracing the process is also a piece of this puzzle. Folks, if you want to win, I don't know what the win is for you. Maybe it's a certain amount of income. Maybe it's a certain level of business. Maybe it's buying a certain thing like a certain house or a car or something you want to do. You want to take you want to travel and you feel like that's winning, or you close a specific deal, that's winning. All that is nothing but validation that you are in fact a winner. And winners do what they need to do even when nobody's watching. So with that being said, guys, I'll give you back your night. 20-minute session of Spencer Uncensored. I appreciate all of you being here tonight. If there's anything you need, you know how to reach out to me. Remember, guys, you can, in fact, you need to make sure you're signed up for the daily dose. So if you're not getting that, it's down here on the screen, right down here. Unshakeablesecrets.com. Go get yours. Make sure that it gets to your inbox every morning. And I appreciate you being here. So until next time, guys, keep well, keep moving forward, and share, and like, and subscribe.